my question on Travis Hunter with you, and this is where I'm going back into like the basic scouting of it all from my view, which is it's almost like people are in a competition to talk about Travis Hunter of how well they could talk about it, but like how good is he? But when I thought about it and I watched him at cornerback and watched him at receiver, my thought was that like, and people recognize he's the best prospect at both positions. My thought in this class is he's probably would say probably. For me, he's the best prospect in this class just as a cornerback. Like he would be the number one overall prospect just as a cornerback. Yes. And so I mean, all positions comparing him. And I think there's an argument that he might be the best prospect at any position at receiver, because to me, I wouldn't put him like, it's tough to compare him to Chase coming out because he's a little more polished and stuff, but I think he's in that ballpark where he's in that class of wide receiver. So in this class where I like Abdul Carter, but I'm not going crazy. He's probably to me the number one overall prospect just as a cornerback and the number one overall prospect just as a wide receiver, which is why I never believed that he was going to get to the Patriots. And now I don't believe that he's going to get past Cleveland because I think teams see this and they're just going to want to take him.
Yeah, I find it mind-boggling that he's not the runaway number one overall pick in the draft. I get take Cam Ward, you want a quarterback. That there's not a boat race of teams lining up. This class stinks. Please take our picks. We would like to move to number 2 to have a chance. This is, and I'm not prone to hyperbole, as you know, Greg, but he is the most magical player I've ever scouted in my career. I'm at now, 16 years? And I include Andrew Luck. I include all the quarterbacks. I've never seen anyone move the way this guy moves. And to have those kind of movement skills as a cornerback and as a receiver is the most preposterous thing. And it's almost under-discussed. He's the most famous college football player in the country. He wins the Heisman Trophy. He would have won it even if he wasn't very good at 2 positions. Just for the fact he played the 2 positions, we would have given him the award. But the movement skills are extraordinary. The instincts, the understanding of the game are beyond belief. The way he can undercut things, break on things, playing against offenses where usually when you see a great corner in college, people will not target them. That's kind of how it goes. Like, oh, they didn't want to throw to the good one. Teams tilt their entire offensive design to get rid of him so they can throw the ball. There's a bunch of games where teams are saying, we're going to run a drag cross route to get him all the way out of here. Please run to the other side of the field, Travis. We don't trust you. You'll figure this out. And we'll also roll the pocket. So the play is rolling to the right and they're running a drag route to the left side of the field to get him away from everything. He is breaking the entire structure of offenses because they are so afraid of throwing him. And it's not just that he's a better athlete than everyone, it's that he's so superiorly smarter than everyone as well. And he really reminds me of Champ Bailey as a corner. And as a receiver, I don't think it's that preposterous to say he's not that far off Justin Jefferson. And he's doing these things part-time. And he's probably going to be asked to try and master one in the league. And I just think, I was saying to John the other day when we did the corner podcast, that the floor to me feels like the second or third best cornerback in the NFL, depending on system and circumstance. And the ceiling is changes the position for a generation where kids grew up saying, I want to play cornerback because Travis Hunter played cornerback. And he might be more valuable at receiver with the way the league is, and being the 8th best receiver in the league might be more valuable. But the upside is Hall of Fame, and the position is not considered the same again because all these kids grew up saying, I want to play corner like Travis.
I see it. I see that vision, and that's why you just can't get in your head about thinking that it's in any way a problem or something to figure out that he's so good at both. That's a problem for the next 9-10 years while he is part of your organization in, as you said, hopefully on a Hall of Fame trajectory, and just get him in my building. Because I don't think it's crazy to compare him to Jefferson, because that's where I feel like you can just watch the tape and see that he moves in such a way. And I'm glad you brought up the smarts, because I think that's where the combination comes from. And I don't know if Antonio Brown was like, he's certainly not smart how he speaks to the public or how he acts. But there was something that he understood about football that I've felt like he could move in a certain way that was just different than other people, that combined his incredible athleticism with an understanding about the game as it was happening that allowed him to slow down as it was happening in a way that Justin Jefferson has too. I don't know why Antonio Brown is coming to my mind for Hunter. And I love what you said about the cornerback and his ceiling there. And so I don't have an answer there, but it just seems obvious to me. He's easily the best prospect total in this class, and I'm glad you agree. I'm glad I also stayed away from your cornerback pod. And now I'm going to get into it, but I wanted it to be fresh hearing it first here.
And I think we did an hour on him because I was so in love. So